Yes, y'all. Welcome to episode number 151 of the Klyph Notes podcast. Hey, yo, this one is really dope. I had a chance to sit and have a conversation with Crystal Martin, and it was a really cool situation because there was so much that I learned about someone who has been making music for a good long time, good heart, such a talented artist. So I think you're really going to dig this interview. Before we get into that, though, man, a couple things to just touch on. Remember, coming up this Friday, December the 2nd, the GOAT, Rakim, is doing a show in Portland, Oregon at the Crystal Ballroom. Tickets are available right now. So get your tickets to see one of the best MCs to ever touch a microphone, Rakim. Local support from Cool Nuts and DJ Fatboy and DJ OG1. And I get an opportunity to host this one. So it's going to be a really, really good time. Friday, December the 2nd, the Crystal Ballrooms, the GOAT, Rakim. And then on December the 10th, we're closing out with the final mic check of 2022. It's going to be a great event. Going down at our home at the White Eagle Saloon, Dark Time Sunshine, Boom Bap Project, Brimmer Baden. It's going to be dope. So come through. Tickets are available right now. You can get your tickets for that show at the White Eagle Saloon. All right, y'all. Let's get into this dope conversation with my guest, Crystal Martin, a.k.a. Madame Golong, episode 151 of the Klyph Notes podcast. Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Akepele Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Akepele, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out akepele.com. That's AKEPELE.com.
Yes, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live recording of the Klyph Notes podcast. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. We are live at Show Bar in Portland, Oregon, at Revolution Hall. Once again, we're recording this live. This is going to be available everywhere you listen to your podcast. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So you know the deal, man. If you would like, rate, review, share, like all of the stuff that you're supposed to do with podcasts, we greatly appreciate it, man, as we continue to grow this thing. We're coming up on the end of the series here, man, at Show Bar. We're really grateful for them being gracious hosts of what we've been doing here for the last couple months. So we got a great interview tonight that I'm actually really excited for, and then we'll be back again next month right here at Show Bar in November on the 17th with local musician, trumpeter, producer, record label owner Farnell Newton. We'll be here with Farnell next month, and that's where we're gonna finish up the series here of Klyph Notes Live. So though we're sad to leave Show Bar, Klyph Notes Live may not be going away. So you definitely want to stay tuned to everything at DJ Klyph Productions, all of the networks, to find out what's next. I want to just take a second and say what's up and show some love to my DJ OG1. What up?
What up?
It's so crazy to be able to say that my DJ. You take me back to my MC days, bro. When I used to be a rapper back in the day.
Yeah, the bars.
Why was that laugh was a little bit too strong.
It's like, it wasn't that funny,
exactly,
was it?
Exactly. Well, we got some instrumentals. I might give y'all a taste. We'll see. But what's good with you, bro?
Man, just busy, man. The season is jumping off. Tomorrow, our first home game opener is tomorrow, and man, been doing shows and man, it's been crazy. No just doubt. Finished up the Portland Black Music Expo, which was incredible, and
that was dope.
Man, just been busy now. Between the season, getting in the lab, I've got some new projects and stuff that'll be launching. A new single with my girl TZ So Dope is dropping November 1st.
Okay.
October 28th, my guy Akira West. We're gonna be dropping the first single on his project, got some stuff coming up. I'll let her let it out the bag when you interview her, but we got some we cooking up some stuff.
Man, you forever working, bro. You forever working. Hey, yo, I saw that there was this post that I saw on Instagram that said for your consideration in regards to the Grammys. What's up with that?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Man, I can't even put it into words. For me, coming from where I come from, as a kid, and being in a position where you can even be submitting your work for Grammy consideration is a huge deal, because you wouldn't have been able to tell me that as a kid, or even when I first started getting into music, that hey, you will be in a position where you can submit it. So for me, it's not even about winning for me. I mean, that would be great, but it's not even about winning. It's about seeing the growth and being in a position where, hey, other people in an industry that I used to watch, from afar through the TV. Now I'm in those networks and those circles where people, my name is being branded out there. So I'm excited, man. I'm really blessed.
That's so dope, man. Exciting to see that those projects, on the Grammy nomination situation, man. Big ups to you, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, well let's get into it. So one of the things that's always been that I think everyone in the scene, everybody who knows you knows that you've provided platforms, and you've been a dot connector for so many people in the city, even outside of the region, that you have that you've just connected people. And I had an opportunity to go to shout out to charge it to my head, not my heart. Julian Outlaw.
Yes.
He invited me out to big ups to Julian. He invited me out to the Juneteenth situation out in Gresham, and I came out there to connect with him, and I knew you was spinning, and I walked up, and there was this band up there playing, and they was grooving,
going hard in the paint.
Exactly. And so we talked, and then you would tell, man, I met this artist, man. I met this individual who's just like, in your words, she's a beast, I believe is the way that you termed it.
Truth.
And so I had an opportunity to hear more and more about this person, and then I know that you recently y'all just rocked the show recently over at the Jack London.
The Jack London. Yeah. We lit that place up.
Word up. I seen some videos, and so then you said, yo, let's get her on the pod. I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a must.
And then I started doing my research, and I was like, oh, like this is actually a situation right here. So I'm really excited to have this conversation because I got questions.
Hey.
I got questions.
They got answers.
Okay, we gonna see. Hey, yo, everybody in the building, please put your hands together and help me welcome to the stage Crystal Martin,
AKA Madame Golong.
We gotta have redundancies. You know what I mean? I want to capture all of this.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Say that. Crystal Martin, aka Madame Golong, aka Crystal Meth.
Crystal Meth.
There's a bunch of AKAs.
Yeah, I do. Meth means music's evolution through herstory. Music's evolution through herstory is what meth means.
I love that. First of all, welcome to Klyph Notes.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
You have been you're a transplant, like me.
Yeah.
You've been in the Portland area for a minute.
Yeah, I've been coming to Portland since 2018.
Okay.
And I actually moved here like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and again, like me, you from the South.
Yeah, I'm from Marietta, Georgia.
There it is, Louisiana.
Hey, turn up.
Mm-hmm. So once again, man, I had an opportunity to see you play for the first time at the Juneteenth situation, and just you're such an amazing talent. You know what I mean? Not just so I see you playing the drums.
Yeah.
And then I learned that you produce.
Yes.
And I started listening to music, and then you sang.
Yeah, I do.
And then you spit a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Like you do it all, man. You do it all.
Yeah.
So you have you've got this body of work, and then we dig deeper, and we realize that you have been on stages with some of our favorite artists.
Yes. Yeah.
So you they say you're the first. Let me ask you this though. I look at you as a creative. I look at you as a musician, as an artist. You're a drummer. That's what most people know you for. Do you like to be referred to as an artist, a drummer, or do you like to put the female on it?
I like the artist thing because, like, with being an artist, it's like it gives you different platforms, different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So I'm not just a drummer. I'm a songwriter. I'm a producer. I'm a creative director. I'm a music director. I'm a leader. You know. So it's like all of those things combined into one thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I will say, so it's noted, and I think that this part is important to know, that you were the first female drummer for the S.O.S.
Yes,
band.
absolutely.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
S.O.S. band is the greatest.
Come on.
I love S.O.S. band.
Come on.
Yeah.
So how'd that even happen?
How that happened is I got a call like 2:00 in the morning to audition to play for an artist that was signed to Queen Latifah at the time. Mm-hmm. So I went and did that tour, and the guy that, you know, put me on that tour was like, "Hey, Krista, you want to do something real? S.O.S. band is looking for a fill-in drummer," because the drummer at the time was getting ready to go on tour somewhere else. So I had to sit and study up under him. And yeah, that's kind of like how I got the S.O.S. band gig. Like, you know, man, through my homie Grip, auditioning for him for something else, and then he brought another opportunity for me. Yeah. And, you know, I didn't know who the S.O.S. band was as far as the name.
Yeah.
See, my dad, he plays bass.
Okay.
So when S.O.S. band brought me out to see who they are, which I had to do before I got on the tour, I had to go on the tour bus and just see the show to learn it. And they started playing Tell Me If You Still Care. Mm-hmm. They started playing Take Your Time, Do It Right. They started playing The Finest. They started playing Weekend Girl. And I started crying because I was like, oh my God, like this is what I really grew up on. I just didn't know the name at the time because I grew up playing in the church. You know, so you know, that's a little bit.
That's crazy, yo. That's so crazy. And then to be a part of that history, that legacy, and then
I'm still a part of it.
Continuing to be a part of.
I'm still a part of it. Like, I'm supposed to be going out with them in Indiana in November.
That's so
I still tour with them.
That's so dope. You have I got to go back a little bit though, because you mentioned, you know, the Queen. You mentioned Latifah.
Yeah.
Like one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
Another person who like yourself is an artist.
Yes,
we knew her as an MC, and then we learned that she had just this beautiful vocal tone as a jazz singer.
Yes.
And then shout out to Wifey. We know her as an actress on Equalizer right now. Being in those circles with people who are so well celebrated, what impact does that have on you in your creative process?
Queen Latifah was when I saw Queen Latifah, it was almost like looking in a mirror because she looked like one of my cousins. Queen Latifah was super bold. She showed being bold and representing who you are as a queen, as a woman. You know what I'm saying? So Queen Latifah had an influence on me, you know?
Yeah.
I always loved Queen Latifah.
That's what's up.
And I hope to meet her one day.
Come on now.
And even produce a record for her one day. I want to do.
There you go.
You know?
We putting that out there.
Hey,
We're gonna
all in the
manifest
atmosphere.
That.
It's lit.
And then I saw that you also had an opportunity to open for some really amazing artists. I'm a hip hop head, you know. So when I see names like T.I.
Oh yeah.
And who else did I see? Snoop. Did I see Snoop?
So I met Snoop because one of my good friends at the time was she's a female vocalist, hook writer, songwriter. Yeah. So that was my opportunity to meet Snoop. Snoop just showed me nothing but love. I would love to meet him again. You know. Just so he could see where I am today. Because when he met me, I was just a drummer. You know what I'm saying? Just playing for people. But yeah, I got a chance to meet Snoop. T.I., T.I., me and T.I., I've played it for a couple of his artists. At the time, he had this artist named Governor when I first met T.I., and I was playing for Governor. And then I ended up playing for T.I. in the situation. Then I ended up playing for Dope Boy Ra, that was signed to Grand Hustle at the time. So I've had quite a few interactions with T.I.
Yeah, that's so
good brother
so
from the ATL. What's up, T.I.? If you see this, what's good?
Right, no doubt.
Yeah.
You may have an opportunity. Snoop has been known to frequent Portland, so you may get an opportunity to connect with him.
Yeah, I
sooner or
can't
later.
wait. I want to run into Snoop again. I feel like Snoop he has a heart. Like Snoop is everywhere. Like
Facts.
Snoop is really iconic because he's like been around since he's been around.
Right.
And tapped into everything. You know what I'm saying? So even into the meta world, he's stepping into. So hopefully I get a chance to meet Snoop again.
No doubt.
Hopefully.
So now here in Portland, as you're creating a wave and getting out, and as someone who is an established musician, and then coming into Portland, what does the Portland scene look like to you compared to what you were doing maybe in Atlanta or in other places? Because you're in a space, and all you know is what you see around you, right?
Absolutely.
And unless we get out of our space, we don't really know how things are elsewhere. So how would you not necessarily compare and contrast, but compare and contrast?
Portland is a really it holds a very monumental spot in my life because Portland is where I started doing my solo thing.
Gotcha.
Portland let me know that I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love and respect Portland. I love the artists here. Portland is like super supportive. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have received here the most.
Yeah.
It's super supportive from the people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So Portland was that place where I could learn how to do this because before I was just a drummer playing for people. So I needed a place where I could get in front of the crowd, find out if my songs are hits or not. You know what I'm saying? So Portland let me know a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you're not good, you're not good. You know what I'm saying? Like Portland is super supportive. So here I've just got nothing but good vibes.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing but good things to say about Portland.
That's what's up, man.
Because it's like really my first start. Coming here was my first start to like my solo career.
Yeah.
I couldn't mess up in Atlanta because everybody know me in Atlanta. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I have no time to figure out how to sing and play drums. So Portland was that place where I could learn how to like really just dive into like who Crystal Martin is. You know what I'm saying? And connect to people.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Like so many artists, we know that oftentimes the creative process starts in the church.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you started, you sang in the church choir.
Yeah.
And I read the story of how you started playing drums in the church, and it's interesting because hearing you talk about how you got with S.O.S. band, it was kind of a similar situation. Mm-hmm. So for folk who haven't read that, like how did you even first start playing drums?
First, I was like, I was in the Little Angelics choir. I was a singer before I was a drummer. Mm-hmm. My mom sang and played every instrument. My mom was the first one that I saw play drums. My dad played bass. He had bands and stuff. So it was like in my household. My start came in the church. And I appreciate that because the church taught me to be aggressive. I couldn't never be soft because the church that I grew up in, it was at least 1,000 members in the church. So if you got up there on them drums, you had to play.
Right.
Luckily, I was at home practicing on pillows and pots and pans and stuff like that. And when I realized my opportunities, so one day the drummer didn't show up at church on a Sunday night. Yeah. And I was like, that's my chance. So I went up there, I got up there and played, and I never stopped.
That's what's up.
Next thing I knew, when I turned 14, I was gigging with community choirs and stuff like that. By the time I turned 16, 17, I went on a tour with The Good Man Is Hard to Find. Where Have All the Good Men Gone? Which has a lot of the people that we admire today: Palmer, Patrice Lovelace, what's his name? Tyler Perry at the time was getting his start.
Yeah.
In those days, 1999, 89.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty much my thing. But I grew up in the church. That's why the show is a lot like that. You know, because I still kind of like live through the church.
Yeah.
It's about praise. It's about letting it all go.
Yeah.
So when people come to our shows, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on, you know, hopefully what we're doing from the stage is encouraging people to like, just let it go.
Yeah.
And just let it go.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got to let it go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? God is in control, you know, as far as like what I believe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Nah, that's facts. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
It is, straight up.
Absolutely.
Being a band leader from the drummer position is such a dope thing, and maybe because we don't get to see it as much, that when you do get to see it, it's a pretty amazing thing.
Yeah.
I mean, typically when we see bands, we see the drummers in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to be able to do that, to be able to lead a band from that position, has got to feel. I don't know. You tell me. I don't want.
It feels great. I feel like all those years that I spent with the S.O.S band, I spent like over a decade with them of my life. I didn't understand why. S.O.S band has been the realest band I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like they don't really exchange members. It's like, you know, and if they do, it's just because, you know, they have to get a fill in. But it showed me a lot. It showed me a lot. Like for what I'm doing today, it takes time. You have to be on the stage quite a few times to do what I'm doing today. So I'm just thankful for every opportunity that has came my way to play with T.I., S.O.S band, Ricky Dillard. I've had so many experiences, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've had so many experiences that has led me into this moment that's here right now.
No doubt.
I know how to lead a band now, you know, because I sat up under the greats.
Yeah.
So I understand what it takes, but I'm also old school, but I'm also new school, you know? And I just feel like those things from the past, S.O.S band, coming from the church, has a lot to do with the future.
That's what's
as
up.
far as structuring things, the band, how we go out there, we're a unit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hope I'm answering these questions right.
Absolutely. So as I was saying in the intro, it's so I feel so honored and so blessed to be connected with OG, and to just
OG
really
one,
be, you know what I mean, to
turn
be in
up.
his circle
OG.
of influence.
OG, I love you, OG. Thank you so much.
As he
Always
provides
love.
platforms for people. The connect with you and O was the event at Juneteenth?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I have been wanting to meet OG.
Word?
Yeah, I have been wanting to meet him
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah.
So that opportunity brought the opportunity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I fully embraced it. It was like, OG, hey, you want to come by a rehearsal? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to vibe with us? Like, so he's shown me nothing but love.
Yeah.
I appreciate him so much.
Yeah. And you guys are building. So like
Yes,
I said,
we
y'all
are.
did the show over at the Jack London.
Yes,
and
we are.
I don't know, man. Always kind of alluding to something a little bit earlier, like he didn't want to really say nothing. But this Klyph Notes, so we getting it all out up in here.
Let's get it out.
So what's up?
What's good, OG?
So you know, a few years ago, I put out the Groove Theory mixtape, Volume 1, where it integrated the classic DJ mixtape style, and I infused like live instrumentation, live vocals, and stuff into that format.
Right.
And so my goal has always been to do that in a live setting, live band, DJ, and bring those mixtape type elements in it.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting to connect with the band and the MD that you know, just I vibe with. And we, you know, in Portland we got a lot of, you know, talented artists and musicians and stuff, and I've built with a lot of people, but it's been a situation where people are so busy, you know, everybody's busy, and I respect people's time. So, you know, when me and Madame, you know, or Crystal, when we locked in, it was just like, This is it.
This is
This
it.
is it.
Yeah.
And it was, and I knew it was it because it wasn't forced.
Absolutely.
It wasn't forced, and her and I just like, it was like we've known each other for a while. It's just like, hey, nah,
like we did this before.
Exactly,
already.
like we did it before. So
yeah.
now, being able to put that together, and I'm hoping that during Portland Music Month in January we can showcase that and get it in,
I'm so
show
excited.
the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's some exclusive. That's some exclusiveness right here on Klyph Notes.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Crystal Martin.
Yes,
we
sir.
ran through a couple of the names, but we got to break these down now.
Let's break it down.
So Madame Golong.
Madame Golong.
Like, what's
All
the
right,
genesis
so
of that, man?
Madame Golong came from Abdul Rauf from the S.O.S band.
Okay.
They just started calling me Madame Golong. It's so funny, like, whatever. Anyways, Madame Golong, I was like, I'm going to make it a thing.
Okay.
Madame Golong is an experience. Crystal Meth came about, it's a famous drummer named Little John.
Uh-huh.
And we was at this place called the Sugar Hill, which was popping in Atlanta. Joy, Tennessee Slim, she used to host that night. Everybody that was somebody came through there. And one night I had played, and Little John was like, I'm going to call you Crystal Meth. I was like, why would you call me Crystal Meth? He was like, because people are drawn to you. Like, when you get on the drums, people come.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, cool. And I wasn't really calling myself Crystal Meth. Then next thing I know, I had did something for BET. I had to do the Monique show. I had to sit in for Little John.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was like, Meth, Meth, Meth. So at the time, Capriccio at CSAC, we were in the office. I was like, man, I want to make Crystal Meth mean something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, music's evolution. And I was like, through her story.
Through her.
So music's evolution
So
through her story is
Okay.
what crystal meth means.
Okay.
Not to advertise, the influence of the drug,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes you can have a personality that's so strong to where you draw and attract people as if you are a drug, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But I'm in no way, promoting that. So Rhythm's Queen, that's another name that I have, and that's because I am Rhythm's Queen. I'm queen of the rhythms. Like, I've been doing this for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand the foundation of the lock, you know what I'm saying? The pocket and things like that.
Yeah.
So we have Crystal Meth, we have Madame Golong, we have Rhythm's Queen. And so far, that's it, you know?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I'm Crystal.
That's what's up.
I'm Crystal Martin at the end of the day. All those things are experiences that we experience through the show.
Well, that's one of the things that I dig is you have an opportunity by doing that, taking people on a journey of your story, of who you are.
Yeah.
Just by giving them all of those pieces of you. I think that's really dope.
Yes, sir.
You are getting ready to leave. You said to go on tour with S.O.S band in November.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a date with them coming up in Indiana in November, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I love playing with S.O.S. Like, that's one of my favorite gigs to play.
Yeah,
That's a gig that I never get comfortable with.
Yeah.
Never, ever. Like, it's no way, because it's always something to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. I will be up under that classroom as long as I can be up under that classroom.
Look, say that,
you know,
lifelong learning for
I'm
real.
telling you, like, that's my family.
And then in terms of other opportunities where people could tap in to see you play live, is there you got a schedule where people can go to, website where people can
Yeah,
tap into?
actually, if you go on my Instagram, Madame Golong, MADAMEGOLONG. I'm gonna say it again, Madame Golong, MADAMEGOLONG. I have a link tree that will take you to show dates that's getting ready to come up. It will take you to my original music. It'll take you to merchandise and stuff that I have out.
Yeah.
So yeah, folks can find me on the link tree.
Okay.
I like link tree. It's pretty simple.
Come on, say that. You know what I mean? Just
Simple,
everything
it's like,
is right there,
you know,
no doubt.
It's right there, yeah.
In terms of looking for music, do people look for you under all of those names, under Crystal?
Yeah, Madame Golong is what I have my music up under.
Okay.
Madame Golong.
Okay.
So if you guys are on Instagram and you click on that link in my bio, it'll take you to all the music that I have out. I am getting ready to release a project called Rhythm's Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bunch of songs that I wrote and produced, but I'm putting them all together to where it is like a complete experience.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't even got to hit pause or nothing. All you got to do is press play.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm getting ready to release that super soon.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you know that I host a couple of radio shows in Portland.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So I host a show on XRAY FM.
Okay.
And I host a show on the Numberz.
Okay.
FM.
Hey, I just got on the Numbers. I have
see.
like a
Yeah,
whole
you would have featured
playlist and everything.
Yes,
there. Yeah.
that's right. So I'm just saying,
you.
as you're releasing music, Madame Golong.
Indeed. Hey, I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right,
I got you.
all right.
Say
I'm
no
just
more.
saying.
Say less. Say less. We here.
Saying,
You know.
Yeah.
We're here.
Here in the city, anything that you can announce that you have coming up in terms of shows?
I have a New Year's Eve gig that's getting ready to come up.
Okay.
I will have to look on my phone. My phone is down there somewhere.
That's okay.
Hey, pull up on my Instagram
There
and go
it
to the
is.
link tree, and you'll see when the next shows are coming up.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot just a little tiny bit though.
Yeah. Okay. It's all good. I'm here for it.
So you know, when I had the opportunity to create Klyph Notes Live, the goal was to create a space where we could have really great conversations, interact with people in the audience, but then also give the audience a taste of what artists do.
Yeah.
And so create, performance space. Well, unfortunately, in this space, we're not able to do that. So I can't really put you on the spot and ask you to like rock a set.
Maybe
But
next time. Hey.
Well, I do this thing called Mic Check,
Hey. What's
which
up
is a
with the
hip hop
mic check?
showcase. A hip hop showcase.
Okay.
But I also collaborate with this other event called Soul Clap,
Okay.
which is more of a soul R&B situation. And I do this with someone who's on the stage with us here tonight.
OG.
Ooh.
Reverend OG.
Oh, you're gonna have to rock that Rev.
Man, don't start.
So I'm just saying,
Hey, turn up.
we could, we could put together a little Mic Check
Let's
Soul
do
Clap
it.
presents.
I would love to bring. So I reestablished my band here. I really feel so good about my band. I really feel
Dope
like
band. Dope band.
one of them are out here. Well, actually, two of them are out here. Destiny and Aiden.
Okay, what's up? What's
Aiden
up?
should be. Yeah, there go Aiden right there.
Yes.
Aiden plays keys and synth in my band, and I'm just so thankful for the group of people that have came around because they genuinely love the music.
Yeah,
Everything else will come. Your
Yeah.
gift will always make room for you. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Like, your gift will make room for you,
I love that.
So I'm thankful for the guys that are around. We are like a family, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so
Yeah.
I'm digging everything that has happened for me here in Portland,
That's what's up, man.
you know.
I love that you express it that way. It's one of the things that I've been leaning really heavily into. Someone once said, audit your circle. And so
Yeah.
I'm really looking at who's in my circle of
Yeah,
influence
absolutely.
and
You have to.
who feeds into
You got to
me.
know them that labor among you.
Come on, say that.
You got to.
Say that's
That's
I'm about
that's
to copyright
business.
that.
Hey, I'm telling you, you got to.
yeah.
And I understand everybody that labors among me. And
Yeah.
because I've been in the scene since I was like 16, 15, so I've kind of seen everything. I've seen the big, I've seen the low, I've seen the in-between, I've seen the huge, I've seen a lot of stuff. And sometimes life experiences will just show you what things are. And you have to be strong enough to correct those situations or build the situations. That's why I talk a lot about the group of people that's around me right now, because I know that they genuinely have the heart for music. I know that genuinely OG1 loves music. I know that. Like, you can see it. Like, it's, I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? It's here. Aiden, you see him play, it's all in his heart. You see Destiny dance, it's all in her heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I want to come from the most, more than materialistic. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? But what matters to me is like just bringing good vibes to the people. Like, even before we do shows, I'm like, it's not about us. It's not like, it's about reaching the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can change somebody's whole life in one night. And not even say nothing, but just play our instruments. And as long as we're vibrating positivity, healing, like things that is nourishing to the spirit, you know what I'm saying? I know that we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, amen to that. Amen to that.
yeah.
I want to take just a quick second and speaking of people who work within your circle of influence, one of the things that I've been able to celebrate and appreciate
in terms of supporting the podcast, the Klyph Notes podcast, is someone who's been supporting me for a number of years. DJ Renz, who's in the audience, and Akepele Apparel. So I got to give a shout out to Akepele Apparel.
What's up? Turn up.
You got to check out the website, akepele.com. And then also, I had a chance to interview Renz recently, and we talked about the epitome of dope, which is dope. And if you haven't checked out that episode, you can go back and listen to it. So like I said, another one of the things that I wanted to do in having the opportunity to do the live podcast is connect artists with individuals. And you have so many stories, and you've done so much that I want to open the floor a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I've been asking you a bunch of questions.
I'm here for it.
But if there's anybody in the audience who has a question for Crystal Meth, for Madame Golong, for Crystal Martin, I want to open up the floor to give people an opportunity to do that. So you can just come up and grab the mic if you have a question.
Anybody got a question?
Okay.
What's up? Hey,
Someone's coming up.
Turn up.
Can you please say your name?
DJ Renz. So, who are some of your drummer influences?
Oh, my mother. There's some of these people are not known at all because they never really been in the public eye. It's this dude named Chris Cook. So my mother and Chris Cook, not known in the public eye. But who is known in the public eye is Dennis Chambers, Dave Weckl, Buddy Miles, Max Roach. Who else has been a big influence? Actually, Raouf from the S.O.S band. You wouldn't even know it, but he plays trumpet in the band, but he is one of the greatest drummers, rhythmic musicians you would ever meet. He's taught me so much. So those are a couple of my favorites. Oh, Ronald Bruner. He's like somebody that's out right now. Yeah, he's super fast. I like him. I just saw him at the jam session at Alberta Street Pub that the jam session OG had. He pulled up real quick, so I had to show him love because he's one of my favorite drummers. Super fast, clean, just dope, But, as far as drummers, those are some of my favorites. I hope I answered that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, DJ Renz.
DJ Rez. Turn it up. Oh, Lord, Aiden, what you about to ask?
Uh-oh.
Aiden, what could you possibly have to ask me? Aiden,
Madame Golong,
what's up, baby?
What keeps you going through moments of doubt or moments maybe where you're not feeling motivated, you feel tired?
Because I didn't come here to waste time. I understood when I got here that this was something that God gave me to do. So that's what keeps me motivated. Because my thing is, when I do live here, I want to know, job well done. You came here to do exactly what you came here to do. That keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
Fulfilling the purpose, fulfilling the gift. We all have gifts. I'm not the only one. You have. Everybody out here has one. It's just a matter of tapping in to understanding what it is. I feel like I'm one of the leaders of the new school. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be in a certain place to be able to even exist there, which is super spiritual. Hopefully I'm not talking too deep, but that's it, Aiden.
We go deep here.
Yeah,
we go deep here.
I like that.
Thanks, Aiden.
If anyone else has a question, please come on up and grab the microphone. Someone else that you mentioned that some of your influences were
Missy Elliott. Let's not forget Missy.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
So Missy is my influence a whole lot. I remember I got married when I was 16, 17, right? And so my ex-husband was a musician, very popular, just great. He's great. He's still great to this day. At the time, we was in the car and we heard Missy Elliott, Timberland, and Aaliyah. That song that's dum dum. Dum, 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 dum. Yo, wait a minute. Everybody knows.
Somebody.
Yeah. They changed the whole airwaves. Music was not the same after they dropped that record. I want Missy. Missy is one of my biggest influences. Yeah. I cannot not mention her. I had told her happy birthday on the post, and she replied, it was worth $1 million to me. It was Missy, you see me, so hopefully one day I get a chance to actually work with her. I auditioned for her one time and she really liked me a whole lot, but then she she disappeared for a minute and then came back. But Missy, I just had to say that Missy is one of my biggest influences because she did everything different.
Yeah.
Like just different. Like I'm like, oh my God. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, I had to show Missy some love real quick.
No, that's dope
Like-
because I think you and so many others, and I like what you said. I mean, what they did, what they created, really had such a strong impact
Yes, sir.
on the music scene. No, that's really dope.
Like they came with their own sound.
Yes.
And that's what I
Yes.
want to do. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like one of my purposes is. Like, I had spent some time in LA and, and I was like producing music with other people and stuff like that. It was trying to get me to listen to the radio and stuff like that. And I was like, man, like what made James Brown great? What made Prince great? What made Jimi Hendrix great? Like, I don't think it was they was listening to a lot of people. I think
Right.
it was just like kind of organic. So
Right.
for some years, I kind of had just been listening to what I sound like.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what do you sound like as
Yeah.
an artist? Don't comparing yourself to like who's out on the radio, but what do you sound like? Because all of us got something to offer. Like, I'm no greater than anyone. It's just like, how do you tap in?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do want to look to be one of those people that do something within the industry that's not like anyone else. And I really feel like that's going on right now. Like the manifestation of like what's happening is showing me that. And so, anyways.
No, that's
I
that.
hope that makes sense.
That's, yes. No, that's amazing.
Thank you.
I love that, man. You've made a home for yourself here in Portland. You're making connections here in the city. You're continuing to grow what you do as an artist, and I just want to just continue to encourage you. That was
Thank you.
I so appreciate you asking that question, because that's a question that, again, someone who has seen what you've seen and experienced what you've experienced and touched the stages that you've touched. I think for a lot of folk, life can be discouraging,
Yeah, it
right?
could
Whether
be.
you're creative,
It could be.
no matter what you're doing. And I
Yeah.
loved your answer that we're all put on this earth to do something.
We all are, not just one person.
Yeah,
All of us out here got a purpose.
yeah,
None of us have the same fingerprint.
Right.
All of us got something
yeah.
to for the planet
Mhm.
and raising just whatever the vibration, or I just feel like all of us got something to offer. Like when people ask me like, could you give me pointers, could you give me tips, I don't know what to tell them. I'm like, as long as you're playing from your heart, that means a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can be the most simplest musician, but the energy behind what you're doing can just change the whole atmosphere in the room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With how you're feeling and vibrating at the time that you're playing. So I just feel like all of us got something to offer, and I'm just thankful to be here to be able to offer what the Most High has given me to offer here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's love. That's love.
it's all love.
If so, once again, if people are hearing this and they're like, "Yo, I definitely want to get connected. I want to see, what's happening now and what's happening next." What's the best way for people to connect with you?
Yeah, I'll pull up on our Instagram. Everybody on Instagram. I don't know nobody that's not on Instagram. Hey, who's on Instagram? You ladies? Too late. Look, I'm on Facebook. Look, I'm all over the place. All you got to do is just Google Madame Golong. You'll find me anywhere. But for the most part, I'm getting more on TikTok. But for the most part, like all the links and stuff is on Instagram, just directly. So Madame Golong, MADAMEGOLONG.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's what's
It's
up.
lit.
That's what's up. Madame Golong, man, listen, once again, I was really excited to have an opportunity to meet you, first of all.
I'm
and it's
happy to
dope
meet
to be
you,
able to
too.
meet you and then have you be a part of what we're doing with Klyph Notes Live. So thank you so much
Hey,
for
thank you
coming
so
out
much.
and being here and sharing your story and your gifts. And looking forward to playing joints on the radio
Ooh.
here in Portland.
I got some stuff for y'all.
Okay. Also looking forward to just continuing to build. My platforms are here for you.
Thank you
You know
so
what I mean?
much.
You're in the community.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we gonna keep building.
Let's keep doing it.
That's what's up. That's what's
Thank
up.
you for having me. Thank
Come
you,
on.
OG.
Come on.
I appreciate
it's
you, my
always
king.
love. It's always love.
Shout out
Ladies
to
and
everybody
gentlemen,
that
Madame
came out. Thank you, guys.
So once again, remember the Klyph Notes podcast is available everywhere you listen to your podcasts, on all the podcast networks, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Audible, Amazon. Like it's literally everywhere you get audio. So tap into the Klyph Notes podcast. Comment, like, share, rate, review.
everything that you do. If you listen on Apple Podcasts specifically, rate and review. It does a great deal for us as we continue to try to grow this situation. Check out Akepele Apparel once again, AKEPELE.com. Such dope gear, such high quality gear, and some new things that are happening. Specifically, the epitome of dope, which is more than a brand. So definitely check out Akepele Apparel, AKEPELE.com, and let them know that you heard about them on the Klyph Notes podcast. And then last but never ever least, big ups to my homie, Theory Hazit, for creating the official theme song for the Klyph Notes podcast. Thank y'all once again for rocking with us. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Peace.